Hello and welcome to VLearn Virtual Learning Network. This is session number 18, Figures of Speech 2, session number 18 of Language to Literature. Topics to be covered in this session are introduction, irony, the irony of situation, ironic contrast, irony in satire, paradox, and antithesis. We have already studied about different parts of speech, or you can say different figures of speech in the previous sessions also. In this session also we are going to study about the different you can say figure of speech. We've already discussed about simile, metaphor, personification and many others, and metonymy. Now we are going to study about irony, satire, paradox and antithesis. To give you a brief about the four, I've given you a little bit introduction. Irony की बात करते हैं तो in which the intended meaning is the opposite of, or at least in sharp contrast to, the literal meaning. यहाँ पे intended meaning जो है वो opposite है और it is in sharp contrast to the literal meaning. Literal meaning के बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट या फिर बिल्कुल शार्पली कंट्रास्टेड वे में यूज किया जाता है. उसका एक्चुअल मीनिंग जो हम कन्वे करेंगे वो इट इज एक्चुअली द टोटली ऑपोजिट, और यू कैन से इट्स अ शार्प कंट्रास्ट टू द लिटरल मीनिंग ऑफ द सेंटेंस. सटायर, it ridicules vice or folly or attacks an individual with some kind of non-literal use of language. यहाँ पर ये ridicule करता है कोई गलतियाँ, कुछ आपकी मिस्टेक्स, फॉल्ट्स जो हैं, और एक इंडिविजुअल पे अटैक करता है विथ सम काइंड ऑफ नॉन लिटरल यूज ऑफ लैंग्वेज. पैराडॉक्स मेक्स यूज ऑफ कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी और इनकम्पैटिबल एलिमेंट्स. एंटीथीसिस यूजेस अ कंट्रास्ट ऑफ आइडियाज. So let us study them in detail now. Let's study with irony. Let's study the first of all we're going to study about irony. Irony जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि हम बिल्कुल opposite meaning उसका convey करते हैं, या sharply contrast रहता है उसके literal meaning से. You can see here, irony consists in using verbs which are opposite to one's meaning. For example, if you say, what a good friend you are. अगर आप कहते हैं what a good friend you are किसी को, और आप बिल्कुल opposite इसे कहना चाहते हैं, when you mean just the opposite, you are using the device of irony. जब आप इसको बिल्कुल opposite intend करना चाहते हैं और कह रहे हैं आप that you are a good friend, so that means this is the kind of irony. This is commonly used kind of irony we use in everyday language. This kind of things you can have in different forms also, or different, you can see in the different text also. For an example, I am giving you here Pride and Prejudice example from the Pride and Prejudice novel written by Jane Austen. Here I am just going to give you a little bit of the example, or you can say a little bit of the text from which you can find out the ironical situation, irony of the situation. So it starts with, Mr. Bennet, how can you abuse your own child in such a way? You take delight in vexing me. You have no comparison on my poor nerves. You mistake me, my dear. I have a high respect for your nerves. They are my old friends. I have heard you mention them with consideration these 20 years at least. Ah, you don't know what I suffer. So in Pride and Prejudice, Mr. and Mrs. Bennet from an odd couple, owing to their different temperaments. Mr. Bennet बहुत ही serious objective है, mature understanding है. Mrs. Bennet is uninformed. That means of mean understanding and nervous when discontented. Her main concern in life is to get her daughters married. She asked her husband to invite Mr. Bingley, who is a rich young bachelor who has settled down in their neighborhood. Mr. Bennet remarks that he does not consider any of their daughter except Lizzie, worthy of being recommended to that gentleman. At this remark, Mrs. Bennet flares up, saying that he abuses his own children and takes pleasure in annoying her, and that he does not care for her nerves, how they will be affected by his remarks. Mr. Bennet replies that he has been trying to be patient with her for last 20 years. Mrs. Bennet, however, knows that Mr. Bennet's attitude is in fact just the opposite of what he said. तो यहाँ पर वो कह रहे हैं कि I have a great respect, high respect, and I have been into consideration with last 20 years, and Mrs. Bennet knows that Mr. Bennet's attitude is just the opposite of what he said. So this is an example of verbal irony. And the following passage is the perfect example of irony, where the reader knows what was meant but one of the characters does not. So I am giving you one more example in this case. Permit me to say, madam, that as I never yet have had the pleasure of seeing Miss Languish, my principal inducement in this affair at present is the honour of being allied to Mrs. Malaprop, of whose intellectual accomplishments, elegant manners, and unaffected learning, no tongue is silent. So here the Captain Absolute has been meeting Lydia Languish, of which the reader of the book is aware, and that he is playing to the vanity of Mrs. Malaprop, who wants to be admired for her fine vocabulary. In reality, he is fooling her. The irony is that the reader understands the situation, but Mrs. Malaprop does not. So these way irony are used. Situation की irony की बात करें तो it's another type of irony in which the true meaning of a set of circumstances is not revealed until the outcome of the circumstances is seen. यहाँ पर true meaning जो है वो जो भी circumstances होंगे वो तब तक reveal नहीं होता जब तक कि outcome उसका actually consequence जो है वो result जो है circumstances का वो नहीं आ जाता. Then a contradiction in the outcome is the result. The situation may seem to be developing to its logical conclusion, yet almost at the end it takes an opposite turn. This unexpected or unintended development is an example of irony of situations. So you are seeing here कि this kind of unexpected या unintended जो development है, it's a perfect example of irony of situations. So for this you can have lot of text where you can have this kind of situation where it is not revealed until the outcome of the circumstances seen, और contradiction जब आता है outcome of the result में, then we say that this unexpected या unintended जो development है वो irony of the situation है. And for example, O. Henry की story में the gifts, if you are going to study this story, Della sells her beautiful long hair in order to buy her husband Jim a watch chain. Meanwhile, Jim pawns his cherished watch in order to buy Delia a present of her hair combs. This ironic twist of fate produces a conclusion which to both characters and readers is entirely अनएक्सपेक्टेड. दोनों को ये एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं होता कि क्या होने वाला है और दोनों ही कुछ डिफरेंट सिचुएशंस में चले जाते हैं, एंड द एक्चुअल कंक्लूजन इज व्हाट इज विच इज एंटायरली अनएक्सपेक्टेड. You can see here, Della sells her beautiful long hair in order to buy her husband Jim a watch chain. Meanwhile, Jim pawns his cherished watch in order to buy Della a present of hair combs. This is again a fate produces a conclusion to which both characters and readers is entirely unexpected. Next is ironic contrast. If you are going to study about ironic contrast is nothing, it is achieved by showing the imaginary and the actual situation at the same time. तो यहाँ पर imaginary और actual situation जो है वो दिखाई देती है दोनों एक ही समय में. So in this passage what a passage from William Saurian. It describes suicide in a way that is so different from one would expect in real life. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's too long, but if you go through different things or different texts, you can see that by showing the imaginary and actual situation at the same time, it gives an ironic contrast. So here I was telling you about the William Saurian speech where suicide is being defined in such a way, in such an imaginary term which is so different from the actual situation or which is in the real life. So that is called ironic contrast. Next one is irony in satire. Satire is a literary weapon directed against persons or institutions that the author believes should be corrected. The writer often describes a completely different situation but makes indirect parallels and refers to the things we know so that we realize what it is that the writer is criticizing. सो सटायर एक जो होता है वो एक लिटरेरी वेपन है जहाँ पे जो हम किसी पर्सन या फिर किसी इंस्टीट्यूशन के अगेंस्ट में लिखते हैं दैट द ऑथर बिलीव्स शुड बी करेक्टेड, जो ऐसा लगता है कि इसको और करेक्ट करना चाहिए, उस केस में हम उसमें आयरनी दिखाते हैं इन सटायर. द राइटर ऑफन डिस्क्राइब्स अ कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट सिचुएशन, बहुत डिफरेंट सिचुएशन शो करता है पर इनडायरेक्टली उसका पैरेलल और रेफरेंस ड्रॉ करता है टू द थिंग्स वी नो, ताकि उस रियलाइज हो जाए दैट व्हाट एक्चुअली द राइटर इज क्रिटिसाइजिंग. सटायर ह्यूमरस भी हो सकता है और काफी विटी भी हो सकता है. ह्यूमर एक तरीके से शुगर कोटिंग की तरह भी हो सकता है विच मेक्स द क्रिटिसिज्म इजियर टू टेक. अ राइटर ऑफ सटायर uses laughter against a situation, a particular person or a type of person with the aim of correcting an undesirable situation or human folly or saving people from committing follies. So this is again irony in satire, जहाँ पे हम करेक्ट करते हैं कोई भी अनडिजायरेबल सिचुएशन और ह्यूमन फॉली या फिर सेव करते हैं लोगों को फ्रॉम कमिटिंग दीज काइंड ऑफ फॉलीज. सो राइटर का अल्टीमेट अटेम्प्ट यही रहता है कि वो सिचुएशन जो है ह्यूमन फॉली जो है उसको सही कर सके और सेव कर सके लोगों को फ्रॉम कमिटिंग फॉलीज. Yes, here I am going to give you an example from King George II of England, Thackeray, where it was written that yes, Caroline of Brunswick was innocent and Madame Lafarge never poisoned her husband and Mary of Scotland never blew up hers and poor Sophia Dorothy was never unfaithful and Eve never took the apple. It was a cowardly fabrication of the serpents. So you can see here कि जितने भी एग्जाम्पल्स हैं सब ही गलत हैं और सभी एक तरीके से सटायर करने के लिए यूज हुए हैं, चाहे मैडम लेफार्जे का हो जिन्होंने कभी हस्बैंड को पॉइजन नहीं दिया, मैरी ऑफ स्कॉटलैंड का हो जिन्होंने कभी नेवर ब्लू अप हर्स, एंड पुअर सोफिया डोरथी का हो जो कभी भी अनफेथफुल नहीं हुई, चाहे ईव का हो हु नेवर टुक द एप्पल. So this example, Thackeray is evoking moral indignation at some of the famous names in history by saying the opposite of what he means. सबका इस Thackeray ने opposite कहा ताकि उसने famous names लिए history में से और सब में उसने opposite कहा और what he trying to say or what he means actually in literal terms. He is emphasizing and true facts about Caroline, Madame Lafarge, Mary of Scotland, Sophia Dorothy's and Eve and their unfaithfulness to their husbands. So सबकी unfaithfulness को यहाँ पर दिखाया है by Thackeray in just a way opposite to what he actually wants to say. So this is powerful satire. You can say it's an excerpt from powerful satire, perhaps the most powerful of all, aimed at improving the status of the Irish people. Ireland was subjected to many commercial and economic restrictions under the British regime at the time Swift was writing it had become a question of survival for the Irish people. So here modest proposal में अगर हम देखें जोनाथन स्विफ्ट का एक again it's good kind of you can say perfect way to show. I shall now therefore humbly propose my own thoughts, which I hope will not be liable to the least objection. I have been assured by a very knowing American of my acquaintance in London that a young healthy child well nursed is at a year old at a most delicious, nourishing and wholesome food, whether stewed, roasted, baked or boiled, and I make no doubt that it will serve in a fricassee. Fricassee is a dish made of pieces of bird or other meat cooked and served in a thick sauce. So another figure of speech is a paradox, which is apparently self-contradictory statement which is nevertheless found to be true. अपने आप में ही जो स्टेटमेंट है वो सेल्फ कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी रहेगी, जो कभी भी ट्रू नहीं हो सकता. एक पैराडॉक्सिकल सिचुएशन जहां पे कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी एलिमेंट्स हैं जिनको इकट्ठे लिया गया, दैट मेक्स सेंस. जैसे कि अ सेलिब्रेशन ऑफ अ 5th बर्थडे एनिवर्सरी बाय 20-year-old मैन. This is paradoxical because it never makes sense until unless a man was born on 29th February. So दो ऐसी situations जो बिल्कुल contradictory हैं, जो कभी भी एक साथ सेंस नहीं बना सकती, उन्हें यूज करना means it's a paradox. I'm going to read Richard Lovelace to LaCosta going to the wars. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं perfect example है paradox का. Tell me not, sweet, I am unkind, that from the nunnery of thy chaste breast and quiet mind, to war and arms I fly, true, a new mistress now I chase, the first foe in the field, and with a stronger faith embrace, a sword, a horse, a shield, yet this inconstancy is such as you too shall adore. I could not love thee, dear, so much loved I not honor more. The poem is about a soldier who must leave his beloved to fight in a war. He calls a foe in the battlefield his new mistress. The paradox is that he asks his beloved to adore his inconstancy. The fickleness in his affection for his beloved is due to his sense of duty as a soldier. So this statement is totally paradoxical and can be understood in the total context of the poem. Next one is antithesis. Antithesis refers to putting together of contrasting ideas or words so as to produce an effect of balance. यहाँ पर हम क्या करते हैं, इकट्ठा करते हैं दो अलग अलग आइडियाज या दो कंट्रास्टिंग वर्ड्स जो कि इफेक्ट को बैलेंस कर देंगे. जैसे कि माई वर्ड्स फ्लाई अप, माई थॉट्स रिमेन बिलो. तो देखा वर्ड्स ऊपर एंड थॉट्स रिमेन बिलो. यहाँ पर इफेक्ट को बैलेंस करने के लिए इस तरीके से यूज हुआ है. The prodigal robs his heir, the miser robs himself. Excess of ceremony shows want of breeding. So इस तरीके से आपने देखा कि दो डिफरेंट कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग आइडियाज और वर्ड्स को बैलेंस करने के लिए दो डिफरेंट सिचुएशंस को यहाँ पर इकट्ठा डाला है. Now that is all about this session, but few questions for you so that you can do them yourself and can get idea that whatever you have studied is correctly, you have understood it or not. So read and answer the questions given below. May she be granted beauty and yet not beauty to make a stranger's eye distraught of hers before a looking glass was such, being made beautiful overmuch. What kind of beauty does a poet want his daughter to have? And what are the hazards of being made beautiful overmuch? How does a poet illustrate his point? That is all for the session. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Happy learning. We learning.